Hey everybody, Tina here from Sunday's Wellness, and I just got back from the best vacation to South Dakota ever. So today I'm going to unpack and show you my crystal haul from South Dakota, because if you guys have been there, we have a plethora of rose quartz there, but they also have just so many other amazing crystals, and the price on crystals is just insane. So I'm going to show you all the crystals that I got, and I want you to keep in mind that in total, I spent $69 on everything that you're going to see. So less than $100, less than $80, less than $70, $69 on everything that you're seeing here today. So I'm gonna pack them. I'm gonna show you, everything I got. I'm gonna describe some of the properties, and we'll get into it. But yeah, we went to South Dakota, my husband and I, and we love it there. This is our third trip there in so many years. We went in 2017. We visited again, just sort of passing through in 2019 when we went on our honeymoon. We went into North Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, back through South Dakota and on home. And then we went again this year, and it is just the most beautiful place in the world. The Badlands just has my heart fully and completely. I must have had like a past life or something there, because I swear it is just like we are one breath, me and the Badlands. That's the best way I can describe it. Whenever I do meditations with the Badlands, it's just like we're of one essence, of one breath. It's really cool. And of course, we spend time in the Black Hills, where the Black Hills is really where you're going to find the best deals on the crystals. The Badlands is just very beautiful, and you can find some crystal deals there, but not like the Black Hills. So with that said, let's get started on my haul. And I'm first going to just show you the few things that I picked up in the Badlands. Okay, so here are the two things that I only picked up two things in the Badlands, and one being this rattle here. So if you watched my videos, if you're familiar with me at all, I do a lot of sound healing. Sound healing is so great for our energy, our vibration. It helps so much. And normally you see me using this guy, and I love this guy, and it does its job very well, but I wanted something a little bit softer, a little bit more natural. So I got this. So I picked this up in the Badlands. Now this is not included in that $69. I believe this rattle was $35, which is still a great deal, because somebody handmade this beautiful rattle here. And they said what's inside is kind of, those grainy things on the anthill. Essentially, that's what's inside of here. So it was handmade, $35. It has a beautiful sound vibration, and it just has a beautiful weight and feeling to it. So I picked this up in the Badlands, and I can't wait to use it. So be sure to watch for some healing videos with that guy coming up very shortly. Sorry, hair's kind of bothering me there. The other thing that I picked up was just a bundle of sage. And I've noticed when I was, so this is native to South Dakota. When I was in Custer State Park, the sage was just like rampant in the prairie fields. Like it was just everywhere. I was like, oh, this is beautiful, this is amazing, like a sea of crystals and sage. What more could a girl want, right? So these were the two little things that I picked up in the Badlands: my new rattle for energy healing and some sage. So on to the good stuff, on to the crystals, right? So let's first talk about all this rose quartz that I got here. So rose quartz, they have rose quartz mines in South Dakota. So this is straight from South Dakota, and that means the price is amazing. Now, the price ranged anywhere from 50 cents a pound to about $3 a pound. And of course, that was what I noticed. Was it was basically priced upon color depth. Some of the really, now I didn't grab any that were too light, but some of the lighter ones were, more in that 50 cent to $1 per pound range. And then $2 to $3 was the really kind of deep pinks and purples. Well, not purples, but deep pinks that almost look purple. So I'll just show you a few of them. In all, I ended up getting 10. Now, most of these will be gifts and sort of souvenirs, but I am keeping a few for myself. I really liked this one here, And although the lighting is not great in this room, no natural lighting, you can still see the depth of the pink. And I really liked this kind of, little, I don't know what to call this, but this little thing running through it here. And so I'm keeping this one. And of course, if you guys are familiar with crystals, you probably know rose quartz to be just such a great vibrational stone, great for compassion, great for love, anything, if you want to be a little soft, a little gentle, rose quartz will really help with that. And kids love rose quartz too. If you put one in their room, I've heard that really, really helps them just put them at ease. So let me show you just a few more. This one has a really, again, the lighting just doesn't do it justice because this is really, really deep. You can see it really nice right here. Really, really deep pink. So like I said, it's like, why not get big ones when they're like $1 or $2 per pound? So I got some really nice big pieces. This one is really, really nice too. So in total, like I said, I got 10 pieces of rose quartz. Most of these, they'll be gifts and souvenirs for my family and for my friends. But I'm going to keep a few of them. I can't help myself. So again, what you're all about to see here is all of it in total was $69. All of these included. The next thing that I would like to show you here is my piece of petrified wood. And I think this piece just really, really spoke to me because of, there you go, you can see that patterning from the wood. So this is petrified wood from South Dakota. So this is, South Dakota wood, essentially, that has been petrified over time. And I think the cost on the petrified wood was $2 a pound. And I think this is about just over a pound, maybe. No, I think it's probably about a pound. That feels about right to me. Not that like I'm the best judge of that, but it couldn't have been that much because like I said, I paid how much for it. And the other thing too is like, yes, we were traveling by car, but like how much space could I really take up with crystals? So this was already plenty. So beautiful piece of petrified wood. And I love petrified wood for grounding, stability, just great earth energy. So I want to put this here because this is kind of like my office essentially. So really a great place, or any place that feels chaotic and needs a little stability, you could put that in your home in those places. So I think a place like the place where you're doing finances, the place where you're doing a lot of work, petrified wood to be great to really just make you feel safe and stable and grounded in that. So, all right, I have a lot more to do. So let's move on. So this whole bag, I have to unpack here for you guys. Okay, so this one jumped out here. Now I already unpacked this one because I just couldn't wait to look at it again. So here's the crystal. So it's, again, kind of hard to see, but there you go, that's a little bit better. It's a very light green crystal, and they have this labeled as Tryphane Kunzite. So when I was looking up properties for this, because, I'm very familiar with like the pink form of Kunzite, which is, great for universal love, compassion. Universal love would be the keyword that I would put. So when I was looking up keywords for this, it was kind of difficult for me to find it, but I ultimately found it in the Crystal Bible by Julie Hall under another name of Heidenite. Green Kunzite. And she says here that it is still good for connecting with higher realms and spiritual development. But what did she put on here that I really loved? It grounds spiritual love. So again, we're thinking about cosmic love, dealing in those higher realms of love, universal love. And it supports new beginnings. Green stones often do. Helps you support, here's link intellect with love to give birth to the unknown. I thought that was so cool. And she also puts here that it's good for the thymus gland. So if you guys don't know, we have a chakra called the higher heart, and I just did a class on this. So if you need that class, go ahead and contact me. I put all my contact information below for you guys. So this would also be good for the higher heart, that thymus gland area, or really third eye crown chakra. This would be really, really good for. But so green kunzite, when I saw that, I was like, oh, I've never seen that. I have to have that. That is, know, that is my jam essentially. So how much was this? $2.95. That's a pretty good deal. I would pay, $3 something this size for the pink Kunzite, you could say. But of course the pink Kunzite has lithium in it, so that could be where the price is coming in on that. So let's move on. Still $2.95, great deal. What do I have next? Yes, okay. So what does this look like to you? There's the price tag. This might look very familiar if you have a piece of lepidolite. Look how familiar these are. Look how close. So again, we're talking about lithium-based stones. Only this one lacks the lithium. So this is a piece of mica. And if you don't know, lepidolite is mica. And so is muscovite. You might know, you might be familiar with these mica-based minerals, muscovite and lepidolite. So this is called the Lepidolite Book. So this would be a Mica Book. Very, very similar, except like I said, this one has the beautiful purple coloring from the lithium, as where just this mica does not, but still very gorgeous. And when I was looking up maybe properties of like just mica, I couldn't find too much, but I did see that it was a great protection for your energy. So we're always looking for that. So this is my mica. The label says $3.95 and it was 50% off. So it was like, $2 for this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mica book. Very fragile. You have to be very, very careful with these. They flake, and you just have to be very gentle. But so like I said, if you've seen this, very, very similar. Okay, on to the next. Okay, so, and this is, like I said, this was from South Dakota as well. So this was dug up from the ground in South Dakota. They did have lepidolite too. I just wasn't very impressed with the quality of lepidolite, so I didn't grab it. And next, another South Dakota native, Tourmaline, black Tourmaline. Yes, they have it in South Dakota. So I just bought these two little chunks. I think they were, again, it was like $2, but then it was 50% off. So it was like $1 for each of these beautiful raw pieces of tourmaline. This one's kind of cool because now this might be a little hard to see. There we go. So we have some quartz at the back of this one, and in the front is that tourmaline attached. There, isn't that nice? And then this one is just more of a raw piece of tourmaline. So again, great for energy protection. That is like my go-to energy protector. Very, very great at that. So moving on. What do we have next? Okay. Once again, South Dakota just has so many crystals, so many minerals, and one of them is calcite. So, and when we were there, we actually visited a cave, and it was just veins of calcite all around. You could just look around and you see these beautiful veins of white and clear calcite just moving throughout the cave. It was super beautiful. So I picked up this piece, and this is they just said tri-colored calcite, because I think you can see we have the more of the yellowy honey calcite, and then we have these deeper reds, whites, oranges all throughout this piece. This piece was $4. So I think that is more than fair on this. Now, yes, in general, calcites are pretty affordable. And I think, for such a big piece, that's a really good deal. And I was I'm trying to get this off now. But I was kind of upset that I left without a green calcite, because I just had these beautiful, beautiful green calcites, and it's so cool when you see them in like these bigger forms like this. They just end up looking so neat, almost like green lava, or just, I don't know. So I'm kind of upset I didn't get that, but oh well. I ended up with this side. Like I said, sorry, I tried to get the sticker off there, but you can really see the more tricolor there. So tricolor calcite. I love it. And calcites I do love because they're another just very calming stone. They're very good for just any sort of healing, a nice calm healer. If you're just getting into crystals, the vibration of calcite is just so gentle, calm, and easy that it would be a really, really good addition for you. You could do essentially a full body chakra layout on crystals because they come in almost every color as well. So that's that. Let's continue on. But yeah, they have these just beautiful, beautiful, every color you could want. But like I said, I was like, why didn't I buy a green one? But I like, come on, I bought so many crystals anyways. Do I really need more? Yes, I do need more. Okay, so on to look at that flash. And I caught it right away. Labradorite. Now, this is not a South Dakota native. This, they had brought in from somewhere else. I'm going to have to work on the price sticker later. But the price sticker on this one, and you can see the flash even on this side, just stunning. $7.95. I have plenty of this as well, but the flash just was so amazing on this one. This one has amazing flash too, but I really liked that this one had a deep, there we go, that deep blue. And this one's more of a light blue, light green. I really loved that deep fluorescent blue flash on there. So like I said, this was $7.95. That price point for me is like pretty dang close to what I'd normally pay here, but I'd probably pay a couple more dollars here, more like 10 to 12 for something like this. So that's still a really good deal for such an amazing flash on that. Such an amazing deep, deep, deep flash. I don't know if I can catch this side again. There we go. Look at that. Stunning. So like I said, this is a few dollars cheaper than what I would normally get it for. Not a South Dakota native, but that I know of or that I'm aware of. It might be, but I don't think so. And they didn't have it labeled as a South Dakota stone. So I don't remember where those are from. I can't remember everything. But of course, a great energy protector. Really great to connect you with synchronicity. Really great to connect you with your own magic, essentially, as well. So loved that flash on that one. Okay, yeah. On to the next. Selenite. Now let's have this discussion. You're like, that doesn't look like my selenite, right? That's a little bit more clear. Normally you're like, this is what you would associate selenite with. Let's clear this up. Now I do call this selenite, but the true sort of name for this is satin spar, and the true name for this is selenite. So selenite, true selenite, is going to be clear. You can see my hands through there. And satin spar is going to be not clear. Just not see through. It does have that beautiful flash though, but this is truly selenite and this is truly satin spar. But the reason why things get so intermixed here is because the properties are nearly identical. Okay, they have the same properties. It's still like liquid white light. It's still clearing. It's still cleansing. And still connects you with that goddess energy. So I think that's maybe where the confusion comes from, but satin spar, selenite, but same, pretty much the same properties. So I got this piece, and they do have selenite in South Dakota. So I got this piece, and I think it was like, again, it was something like $1 per pound or $2 per pound. And if you know selenite, it's not crazy heavy. So that was super, super cheap. And I know I have another selenite piece in here somewhere that we're going to come across, but okay. What do you think? Give you a moment to guess. Sodalite. Again, I don't believe this crystal is from South Dakota. I believe it was from somewhere else, but they were just selling it for a really, really good price there. And I just picked up a little piece, but it was very similar to this. And if you guys, I should have taken a picture, but I didn't. But if you guys have been there, it's like a field, a big rock field, and they have just these huge raw pieces in these giant bins for you to kind of go in, pick up these raw forms of, like I said, rose quartz, sodalite, Obsidian was another really big one where they just had big giant chunks of black and mahogany obsidian. They had so much stuff, but I got this from one of those bins. Actually, my husband picked this one up, and I said, I'm like, do you know why you picked that up? Do you know why you like this stone? He was like, oh, why? You know, and I'm like, because it's really good for concentration, and that's sometimes something, well, I think we all struggle with, but especially him. So it can help you concentrate. It can help you stay focused. Really good for anybody with like ADD, ADHD. It's going to help narrow in that focus. And it also helps you. It can be a really good calming stone as well. People with anxiety really like this, but it helps you filter information that's coming through your crown chakra into something that you can use, essentially. So good for filtering high vibrational energy. So very, very beautiful piece. Again, my husband like picked out of the bin. He's like, hey, look at this. I'm like, I'm buying that. So, okay. So next I have something they labeled as South Dakota Moonstone on there. So I didn't know they had Moonstone in South Dakota, but I guess they do. And this one is very dark. It looks blue to me. Very, very blue. And I think we all know Moonstone to be a very, very good stone to connect in with moon energies, to help stabilize your energy, stabilize your vibration, and stabilize your moon. So this is South Dakota Moonstone. Again, it's very, very blue. When I was doing research, I couldn't quite find any that looked exactly like this one. When I typed in South Dakota Moonstone, it came up with more like a pinky salmon color moonstone, but this one is definitely more blue, and I know there obviously is such thing as blue moonstone, but yeah, so I got this one. They had this one labeled at like, I think around 8 or 9, and then it was like 50% off the South Dakota crystals. So this one was, I think, around like somewhere around like $4 or something like that. So my blue South Dakota Moonstone. Now this one, just, still true selenite. The quality just isn't as good. So it's just not as see-through. But if you were here in person, you would hold it up to the light and you're like, okay, I can see through it in a few spots. So I got these two nice big chunks of true selenite versus the satin spar. And I think the other confusing bit gets like this. You're like, well, now they look a whole lot similar, right? But still slightly different. But still very fragile, just like this one. You have to be careful and mindful with it. But like I said, same properties. So, all in all, this is my my beautiful crystal haul here. So, all of this, and then I have this and this over there. So all in all, this costs me $69. So how many stones is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 stones for $69 in South Dakota. All right, so that wraps it up for me. That was my super South Dakota crystal haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and I hope that if you go to South Dakota, you're going to go to the Black Hills and find these awesome deals like me. And I have posted below all the ways that you can connect with me, whether it be Patreon or just my Facebook, where I have all my events posted on there as well. And if you're a Patreon member, you get those events at a special deal. So thank you so much, and we'll see you again.